All right, welcome back to my channel, The Awakening for Life, representing the underdog. I'm your host, Nate. Would like to say, don't forget to rate, comment, with the subscribe. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen. Again, knowledge is power, power is knowledge, and we're gonna do it one day at a time. Now, I'm gonna just throw a disclaimer right here. Nate ain't doing so well. I've been having these coughs. It's been on and off, but nonetheless, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep thriving, because this is about spreading that positivity. And I got two treats for you guys. The treat one will be Samantha in the background, my sea turtle. And treat number two will be Unaleska. This is my girl right here. Yeah, I know I'm a Final Fantasy fan, but she's always with me. This is my buddy. And the reason why I got Unaleska, because as you can see, she has two different color eyes right there. But she's my girl. Let's see if she gonna let her out. See if she gonna go. Oh, you gonna stay with me? All right, come on. We're gonna vibe together. So, I was pondering about the knowledge that I want to throw out here with you guys. And one of the things that I want to tell you about the pros about becoming an entrepreneur is it affords you the ability to not only get the coin, but it also affords you the ability to learn from all walks of life. Every single client that I come in contact with, I'm always asking at the end of the job, what's one thing that you have learned that you could share with me? And I've been doing this for many years because I'm at the place in my life where I want to grow. I want to soak up all the knowledge that I can. And the reasoning for this is because I want to ask myself all the difficult questions today to have a peaceful transition later on in my life. Because by asking the questions today will help me prepare for whatever tomorrow may bring. So I'm already taking a preemptive mindset in order to move forward, right? And some people may say, well, aren't you a little young to be thinking about the finish line? Are you a little young to be thinking about going forward? But what I've seen that is around me is you can be here today and you can be gone tomorrow. Or you could be in quarter number 3 and quarter number 4 in your life, and you can still struggle to come to terms about things that you should have done or that you should have learned. But due to lack of knowledge, you're still trying to put the right pieces together. It's almost you're still struggling to come to peace with everything around you. And I'll give you a couple of examples, and one would be, friends over time. It's interesting when you're in your 20s, your friend circle is like that. 30s, 40s, 50s. And it seems like every decade, your circle gets smaller and smaller due to a variety of things. Your maturity, the fact that you have growth, the fact that you outgrow people, the fact that you have different values, the fact that your spirit is resonating with you some way, somehow. And some of you reminiscing and going back to the days of the old, but your spirit's like, we can't be doing this anymore. You call yourself at one point in time hanging out with the bros, hanging out with the girls, but something inside of you is just aching for change. It's time for you to grow up. It's time for you to reach the next chapter in your journey. And because you've chosen to reach the next chapter in your journey, you're going to lose people along the ways that still have the mindset in the past as you're trying to move forward towards your future. You might be in cases where at one point of time when you were young, you prioritized having the money and the power and everything that came up with the money and the power. But overall, you substitute that, you recycle that money and that power, and you replace it with peace of mind. So the peace of mind becomes your new currency. Yeah, your peace of mind. The fact that you can basically be comfortable and be content with what you have. Because all the stuff that we have is nothing but borrowed. That's it. Our time is borrowed. The house that we live in is borrowed. The cars that we drive is borrowed. the clothes that we wear, the shoes that are on our feet, even the relationships and friendships that we have accumulated over time is borrowed. Everything is borrowed. And so we start asking ourselves the deeper question. And one of the things that I've learned is you will be blessed, or you'll be lucky enough to at least have one person by your side. And sometimes you might not be able to have that one person. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, are you going to be okay with having one person or nobody at your side? And you got to be okay with that. And now again, I'm just basically throwing this stuff out. This is just conversation, just open-minded. But there are the tough questions that have to be asked. Are you okay with just vibing in your own home? Are you okay with just having little to no money, but hey, life is good? I'm able to go to a park and I'm hearing somebody play some street music and I'm vibing to that. And I'm just basically turning my mind off to all the things that's going on in the world, and I'm just vibing to the music. A simple life. Nothing more than that. You learn to get off the hamster wheel. Because you're going to keep running that hamster wheel and keep running the hamster wheel. But age teaches you that there's no need to run the hamster wheel. Because you don't have anything to prove to anybody else. You done already did your beating the chest, your rah, rah, rah. Now it's time for you to sit down and let the younger generation have it. Because it's their turn now. See? And it's like some of us, we reminisce and we say to ourselves, oh, the 70s was good. Yeah. The 80s was great. Yeah. The 90s was fantastic. Yeah. We long for those days. However, those days are within us. Let me explain. We live in a world, but we are a world within a world, right? So I feel like every generation is a world of itself. And when that generation reaches the finish line, there's another generation that comes between it. So it's like multiple generations in one. And I will say the beginning, the middle, and the end. So the generation like the boomers, they're going to be at the end, and then it's going to be our turn, and then we're going to be at the end, and the generation behind us. So each generation comes with a form of progression in their own way. And that's why many of us are thinking in life. We're thinking about the finish line more and more because we feel like we're out of touch with the world that's going on today. But the world makes sense for the people that are coming up. Just like the world made sense when we was coming up, right? We looked at those days as the simple times. So at the end of the day, it's a lot of deep reflecting. It's a lot of deep reflecting and asking yourself, do I still have it in me to worry about other people's opinions of me? That's a big thing. Because some people in quarter number 3 and quarter number 4, they still struggle by this. It's like they live their life on guardrails because they're afraid of being their true selves. So they wind up holding back, and they'll hold back and hold back and hold back. And eventually, the holding back, they never learn to be happy. So in this way, in this chapter in life, you got to teach yourself how to be happy. It's like you got to relearn how to be who you want to be instead of hearing about what other people tell you who you should be. And of course, when you live in your authentic self, it gives you such a confidence boost. You can walk with your head up high. You can do the things that you yearn to do. Because, of course, you're going to get the people that's going to be like, hey. You're going to get the people like, hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at this person. Look at that person. You're going to get people like that. What's going on? You're going to get the people that's like that. Licking the paw. You're going to get the people who are going to judge. You're going to get the people who are going to go, pss, pss, pss. Hey, pss, pss, pss. But here's the kicker, right? The same thing that they're condemning you on, give it time, because sooner or later they're going to have to confront what they've been judging you on. And life has a funny way of looking at things, right? Life has a funny way of taking those same people who are judging you based on the differences and basically getting these same people to confront you in order to understand more about themselves. So the people that they see about the enemy, it's almost like life has a sense of humor by taking these very same people and having them sit one-on-one to confront the reality of their situation. Because hey, just as I am almost to the finish line, you're right there next to me. Or if you're younger than me, you're going to get to that point where you're going to start reflecting and you're going to start doing some soul searching, some deep thought, some really heavy duty thinking. Damn. You see? And now you might be the one in quarter number 3 and quarter number 4 still struggling because you're looking everywhere around you. So we get the quarter number 1, a quarter number 2, a quarter number 3, a quarter number 4 in our lives. And we still have the opportunity to learn something that's going to be to our benefit, that's going to move us forward, that's going to progress us even further. That's what it's about to awaken. That's what it's about to really understand the meaning of life itself. That this is nothing but a journey. This is nothing but a journey. And we are presented with guides in this journey. The guides are the people. The people are the lessons. The lessons are there to mold us and shape us. And again, just thinking outside the box of who we want to be. I'm going to think outside the box, and let me use this for example. Everything is almost like the sun rises, the sun sets. Go to the beach, the water goes out, the water goes in. We breathe, right? Breathe in, breathe out. We get night, we get day. We get day, we get night. Right? Duality. All across the board, duality. Duality. You have life, unfortunately, and then you have death. So, when I put everything into a perspective, I think that part of coming to terms with who we want to be is doing the work right now. Right now. The sooner you can do the work right now, I think the comfortable you will be overall. You learn to put your worries away. You learn to stop being rattled about any and every little thing, because what serves me if I'm going to argue and go on about the same thing 5 or 10 or 15 years from now? It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Me arguing about something that is small. I don't know, I may get this here, right? And I may just drop it. Oh, man. Shoot. Or somebody cuts me off. But in reality, it's like you're at peace. And you get to the point where they can't take away your peace once you've found it. You have memories of, sitting in the front porch and closing your eyes. And you're thinking about all those wonderful memories. You're thinking about how, of course, you made mistakes, but over time you learn to redeem them because you put in the work. And it takes work. But when it finally happens, that's the only thing that can pretty much set us free. I think the worst thing is to get in quarter number 4 of your life. As I said previously, the worst situation is when you're in quarter number 4 in your life and you're still struggling. Now, obviously, everybody's perception, everybody's experiences are different, right? And so there are some things, unfortunately, you can't come back from. That I have no knowledge of, so I can't speak that I don't understand in that aspect. But as far as controlling what you can control, I think by putting in the work, you'll get your answers. And I do believe this too, that the universe speaks to us. God speaks to us. You know, there are some shirts that some people wear that says, be kind. Or you may look at your favorite TV show, or you may listen to the radio, and there's a favorite song that you jamming out to, and you just, you getting a little dance on and you letting loose. Because your soul is vibing to this particular music, but this music is speaking directly to your soul in order to give you that move, right? That's it. So once you have that down, it's all good and gravy. We focus on making the peace, and I think this world that we live in, it hyper focuses on an illusion of success. The illusion of success, the illusion of having this many cars, this many houses, this much bread, this much money. I gotta go ahead and have the blicky. I gotta have the gold teeth, and I gotta have all that. But is that really success? You learn what success really means. Success is when you come home to your peace. You come home to your family. You spend time with your family. You spend time with the people who really care and love you for you. That's a level of success. A level of success to me means that you have found a way to rewrite all of your wrongs. And now you're trying to make a fresh start going forward because you're not that person as you used to be. That's a level of success. The level of success is measured by what you do now going forward. Because that hamster wheel, that's always going to be there for people to run it. You see when them hamsters get on the hamster wheel, boy, them things be running real fast. Them legs be just be moving real quick. The matrix will always be there. The beast will continue to be hungry. The machines will continue to be hungry. How much of your life are you willing to sacrifice for something that will always be put in place even after you're gone? How much of your life you're willing to give? Because I can guarantee you, your mom then did the same thing. Your grandma then did the same thing. Your great-great-grandma, your father then did the same thing. Your grandfather then did the same thing. Your great-great-grandfather. It's been generational cycles that you just keep feeding the beast. You keep feeding the beast, the machine, and the beast never gets full. So it's almost like you are fighting a losing battle. So as much as effort that you're willing to give that machine is the same amount of effort that you got to give to yourself. And that is the epiphany of breaking free. That is the epiphany of realizing that I do have the power. I own this thing. I own the power to take the first step to finally understand, okay, if I do meet the finish line, in a couple more years, maybe in 10 years, maybe in 20 years, maybe in 30 years, however the time comes for me, I know at the end of the day, I'm like, let's go. I can finally confront the maker and I can say, hey, it's a pleasure to see you. I'm ready. And again, that's pretty much the thinking outside the box here. And I want you guys to know that, again, I always say this at every one of my videos, you don't have to play the game. You don't have to participate in this system. Live as yourself. It's never too late to be yourself. It's never too late to do the things that you want to do, even if it's something small. Because it may take something small, honestly, to give you that peace that you've been looking for. As long as it is positive. It may take that small thing to get you on your journey. Maybe that could be your closure. Maybe that could be your closure so you can finally be at rest. That's all what it is. Listen, you guys have been great. You guys have been there. Again, we 7 subscribers in the game, but I'm blessed. I'm still blessed for that, you know. I'm still blessed at the fact that you guys are chiming in and you listen to my videos. And again, this is all about perception. This is all about thinking outside the box, and I always welcome the comments. If you got some ideas or there's something that you feel, and maybe you may have had a midlife crisis or going through something, hey, drop it in the box. Because again, that's what community is for. We relate to each other. And when we can relate to each other, we can find in reality that we got something in common, that we are one. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. As always, I'll see y'all next time.